My name is Jeremy Cohen, and my film is The Great Pretenders.
And where are you from?
I live in Brooklyn.
What do you do there?
I work as an editor for mostly doing TV shows and stuff like that.
Is your interest in editing the thing that brought you to directing?
I really think editing and screenwriting are really kind of hand in hand. You know, it's kind of it's all about structure and telling a story.
Just from the top, you had me in the first 30 seconds. Tell us more about the general topic.
Well, the story is about how basically layoffs and long-term unemployment are so endemic now in the white-collar workplace and the way that the corporate world works, that there's a whole industry that's made for these people that have been laid off.
Yeah.
Where they get sent to this office where they go every day so they have somewhere to go, and they get motivational advice on basically just go there to look for jobs.
Is this autobiographical?
Somewhat. I attempt at one of these outplacement firms, and that's kind of where the idea came from, because I'm like, this place is just bizarre. The corporate world is just kind of eating its own feet at this point, and it's like feeding on itself. These are managers who are themselves laying off people, and then they're getting laid off, and they're all just like re-indoctrinating themselves at these places and sending themselves back out. And you know, it's just it's bizarre. It's insane.
The demise of existing jobs and change is a part of life. Right. So, you know, there is this resonance, there is this seriousness to the comedy.
Right.
And what brought you to want to make this film, which could not have been all that easy to have produced?
Well, I had a lot of office material, and I kind of wanted to do an office film, but I also wanted to do something that would say something. I didn't want to just have something that was a comedy, and I had just my own exposure to the corporate world, and then outsourcing and jobs disappearing and the middle class squeeze. And the thing that's crazy about the outplacement firm is that you have all these people who are kind of the biggest proponents of the market economy, and and they're victims to it.
I like your use of cutaways. You had a lot of cutaways. You had a lot of big city cutaways. One of them was a bird on a wire. Tell me about shooting those cutaways. How'd that work?
A friend and I basically went around for a day or two and shot exteriors of the building and snuck around in subway stations and shot business people, and the bird was actually a spontaneous. While I was shooting, I saw it there, and I'm just like, oh, that's just such a weird juxtaposition. And
was the television footage that you kept cutting in, is that real stuff?
That took a while, but we did all that. We shot that green screen. Yeah.
Because, boy, that looked like you would just glean that off the television screen.
Yeah, people have asked me, people have been like, how'd you get stuff that was so specific to your movie? And I'm like, well, we made it.
It's getting worse.
Yeah, I don't know why I take this.
We had great actors, too, that were hilarious.
Tell me about the actors. Where do you find these people?
Well, I had a friend, Eileen Rosen, who helped do the casting, and she had worked at an off-Broadway theater company. Probably about 50% came from that, and then we also she helped do casting. We got headshots, called people in, had people come read, and had people come read together to see how their chemistry was.
Your film had this feeling of big. It had a feeling like... You told me yesterday, I do believe, that you've never actually been interviewed before.
I've never been interviewed.
I think this is the first of many interviews for you. I'd be guessing here, but I'm telling you, it had the stench of bigness. The actual process of shooting, how long did it take?
Principal photography was probably about 7 days, all done on weekends, and one Friday night. At this office in New York City. We reshot 2 years after the fact, actually. Really? Well, because we were trying to get back into that office, and it turned out they were doing layoffs of their own.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Okay, I'm saying that the ending is both surprising, satisfying, and mysterious.
Then I did my job. That's kind of what I was hoping to do. People just thought it was confusing, and they weren't sure what, if anything, was really happening, what was going on. And I wanted ambiguity to be a part of it, but I wanted it to play where you think something's happening, and then maybe you're not sure, but you realize it doesn't matter. We got some cutaways of the assistant, who's kind of like one of the voices of reason, and just had him actually looking shocked and surprised, and that helped sell it a lot, because if he's actually taking it seriously, then you know something's really going on.
Yeah, that's right. Very clever. All right, great film.
All right, great. Thanks.
Thank you very much. I loved it.